Welcome to Cascadia Hockey Podcast, presented by Buried Puck Threads in cooperation with Adventures Underground and all of our other sponsors that I can't even think about right now, probably because we don't have them. But my name is Aaron Piper. I'm the owner, operator, CEO, whatever you want to call it, of Buried Puck Threads, and I'm here with our live stream guru, Twitch man, goalie extraordinaire, traveled the world, served the country he calls home, Kyle Houts.
Hi.
2 weeks, man. I feel like I've been gone forever.
Yeah, I know. It's I was thinking about it and I was like, shit, are we recording this week?
I know. I just got back from vacation
math
yesterday.
in my head. Yeah.
I woke up this morning. I'm like, oh man, we got to do a podcast today. Well, the next one's on July 4th. So we'll have a party up in here. Probably won't release on July 4th because there'll be a party up in here. But anyway,
I think what I'll do after that, I'll be around.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about going to Portland that weekend, but I think I'm going to wait until like Thursday or Friday or something.
Nice.
So,
I would like to be away that weekend. I just got back from Bayview, Idaho, on lovely Lake Pend Oreille.
Ooh, that sounds exotic.
Yeah. Biggest lake in Idaho, 42 miles, huge lake.
Shit.
1,200 feet deep. It's awesome. That's amazing. I got poison oak. If you guys saw our Instagram page, you saw me throwing the disc. I think that actual hole, that disc didn't go so well. Ended up deep in the woods, and the next day I woke up and I said, well, what are these red marks on my leg? Oh, hey, that's poison oak. So
awesome.
Welcome back.
Oh, boy. All right. So what I like about going from weekly to twice or going from weekly podcast recording to every 2 weeks is we usually have a pretty fair amount of stuff to talk about, even though it's the off season.
We have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it's the off season, but think about it. Like the preseason schedules just came out.
Yep.
Home openers just came out.
Yep.
Full schedule is coming out later this week. So we've already got stuff to look forward to.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So let's hash back to what we were talking about last time with awards.
Yes. Okay. Because the awards are tonight.
The actual award show is tonight. This will probably post after that, but we'll find out who wins tonight. But I want to talk specifically about the fan awards because I got to be honest with you, NHL fans, I'm a little disappointed in you. I'm just going to take it along here. We'll start from the top. Top player tweet went to Taylor Hall. I don't think we really talked about the top player tweet last time. But
no, because it didn't display it. What upset me about this vote was who got best dressed? Wasn't it Tyler Seguin?
Yeah, Tyler Seguin got it.
But it didn't show any like outfit they were wearing. It was like a headshot. And I'm like, that doesn't describe anything about best dressed.
It shows him in like a blazer and probably a t-shirt, and that's it. It doesn't show his full outfit there. None of them.
Yeah.
James Neal, you get a little bit more of it.
Yeah.
Brock, a little bit more. But yeah, Tyler Seguin's just a headshot. Which show was this best dressed or was this prettiest face? What was the actual?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
What was the outfit?
Yeah.
What was the array of outfits?
I know.
Let's see that wardrobe.
So Taylor Hall wins top player tweet. Cool. Top player Instagram went to Eric Carlson, which was pretty rad. Him as Princess Leia.
Yep. And his wife as Darth Vader.
Yes.
That was pretty good.
I would have personally voted probably for Phil Kessel with the hot dogs in the cup.
Oh, man.
Just because it's Phil giving the big middle finger to everybody.
Yeah. I love Phil Kessel. He's my spirit animal.
Yeah, he's cool. I like Phil. He just...
Nice guy.
Tries hard.
Loves the game.
Loves the game, for sure. GIF of the year went to the one we chose.
The Washington one, yeah.
That was
the fist bump.
Yes. Brett Connolly denies Kuznetsov. I think the other one that you liked with them spinning on the ice, Krug and Pasternak. That was second.
That was a good one.
So best chirper was Brad Marchand. We talked about we wanted Lou to win.
Yeah. I hate giving any credit to Marchand.
What was the finally found our groomer? Thanks, Dash It Dogs. I don't even understand. Now we just need one for you. Just kidding. Don't hurt. Oh, David Backus had posted on Twitter. Finally found our groomer. Thanks, Dash It Dogs. Brad Marchand replied, now we just need to find one for you. Just kidding. Don't hurt me.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Top team video, Anaheim, which they always seem to do those undercover. They'll put like Kessler.
Yeah.
So they did another one this year with Kevin Biesca.
Yeah. Those are always good.
He did that. Best bromance, of course, went to Thornton and Burns.
Yep. As it should.
As it should. And the picture that they used was from the cover of the ESPN magazine where they're holding their junk with their hair flowing in the wind, which was great.
And they had the beard extensions.
Yes.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Tyler Seguin, best dressed. From that list, I think we agreed on that last time that we thought Tyler Seguin probably would win it.
Yeah.
Once again,
so.
you called it out. NHL didn't do a good job of actually showing what he was wearing.
No, they just showed like a picture of their head. It was just a headshot, and that was it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, great.
How are we supposed to vote on that?
This is the one, as you're writing that down, this is the one that I take issue with. Best dog.
Best dog.
That
was
dog.
So, and all the dogs that were on there, I didn't even think were like
dogs.
Yeah, they were like.
Evander Kane has a Chihuahua. That is not a dog. Sorry.
No, I don't think so.
And then the other two, I mean, Kopitar and Giroux, which I love Giroux, but Kopitar and Giroux both had labradoodles.
Yeah, that's.
Ryan Johansson, Bulldog.
Yeah, no, I would have voted for his
third. He came in third out of fourth.
No, I demand a recount. Demand a recount.
He had 8,657 total votes. He was 1,200 more than Evander Kane, which is good. But Giroux won with 21,205 votes, which was 8,000 more than Kopitar's. Kopitar has a golden doodle. And Giroux has labradoodles.
I think because Kopitar is one of the ugliest human beings I've ever seen. He should just be ruled out.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't going to be on best dress. So anyway, NHL fans, I don't know
his face matches his first name.
Yes, it does.
Anze or however they pronounce it. It's like Anze.
Yeah,
I don't know. Whatever.
He's a pretty decent,
good hockey player. But man, he looks like he hasn't slept in a month.
every day, all day. Goalie mask. I was a little disappointed, but I get it.
Didn't they vote Vasilevsky?
Vasilevsky got the best.
And I thought it was good, but I really wanted
Jake Allen.
Yeah, his was it was the classic blues colors. It looked really nice.
Yep.
It looked clean. And I do like the really intricate artistic goalie masks. Sure. There's a lot of them out there that are really busy, but once you look up close, you see a lot of personality that comes out of them. And that's, I love goalie mask artwork. I love it. I like seeing a little personalization in what these players get to do. I mean, you got Ovechkin who wears yellow laces, and that's about the and you can get away with it because he's Ovechkin. Yeah. But I love seeing the goalie masks, and I love seeing the paint jobs, and you start to see other sports doing the same thing. Like baseball, they starting to paint their catchers masks. Yep. Lacrosse, you start to see it there too. So, I just love that customization is there, and the NHL doesn't say no to that kind of thing. I think that's wonderful. So yeah, and I don't know if you know, but I have my mask painted as well. Yeah, and when I played with the Vikings in Germany, it was all Viking themed. So I've got like a Viking on one side, and he's in a ship, and then my name is on my chin. I was originally going to do it in I was going to translate it into like Viking, like Norse runes, but come to find out, in Germany that wouldn't have been a good idea to have a German artist paint runes on a mask, because that was a thing with the Nazis in World War II when they occupied Norway. They were using those runes to propaganda, like bring them in. So I was like, okay, I won't do the runes. I'll just do like my name, looking at like it was kind of rune, So but it still looks cool. It still looks cool. And then I've got the Norse beast. Norse mythology beast, Jormungandr is on this side, a big gold serpent. So yeah, on the back it's got a Valkyrie that is a little underdressed, if you will, but it looks really good, and he did a great job on it. And I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head, but he lives just outside of Cologne. Really talented artist. So you have that as your Instagram picture, or you're wearing it on top? Yeah. In my Instagram picture, I'm wearing it. Yeah. So people want to take a look at that. Vasilevsky did win, and he like really won. 27,000 votes to Cam Talbot was second with 10,000. And that's why I think I said I would have picked him if it weren't for Jake Allen. It's a good looking mask. Yeah, it is. It's a good looking mask. Jake Allen came way in third, and then Corey Crawford, which I'm glad to see, was last. Yeah. Just because he's a Chicago Blackhawk. Best hockey smile went to Brent Burns. I'll agree with that. I'll take that. Yeah, that's a good hockey smile. Drew Doughty was your other one. I'm not a big Drew Doughty fan, but he does have one of those smiles. You know, it's him. Yeah. Tyler Bertuzzi, I can't really think of his smile. I know his dad. I'm like a Winks fan. Yeah. His dad was missing one. Or no, his uncle. It's his uncle. Todd is his uncle.
Todd's his uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was missing like one or two of his bottom row.
Yeah.
And
I remember his smile.
Yeah.
Of course, he wasn't smiling a lot at the end of his career, but
he wasn't smiling like ever. Like that guy was mean. I say what you will about Todd Bertuzzi. He changed his game.
Yeah.
He cleaned up his act.
Yeah.
I can't defend what he did.
No,
not at all.
No,
but he became a really key part of Detroit, and I really enjoyed watching him. I saw him live once. Guy's a monster. First of all, he's huge. But he was definitely like a good presence on the ice. He was a physical presence, of course. But he did clean up his game. There was a time when they were playing the Blackhawks, and he had like a really ugly looking hit on. I want to say it was against Seabrook.
Okay.
It looked really bad. In between periods, Bertuzzi went into the visiting player locker room and personally apologized to him. Said, "Hey,
wow,
I know with my history that might have looked bad, but I hope you're okay. I didn't mean to hit you like that. It just ended up that way."
Cool.
And yeah, and the Blackhawk players they thought that was pretty cool and classy of him, you know. So yeah. Say what you will about him. There's not a lot I can defend about like his
middle of his career. Was
his Vancouver incident with Steve Moore, but
that was rough.
It was very ugly.
But no, I mean, not to rehash. He did his time, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all for second chances.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. So unless you're Matt Cook and just a repeat offender, then you should just not play hockey.
So after we talked last week, didn't Matt Cook end up in Minnesota last year? Isn't that where?
I think that's where his career fizzled out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think is that who I'm thinking of?
He's not playing. He's not playing now,
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in Pittsburgh.
I'm pretty sure he went to Minnesota last year for a year contract. Now he's like 41.
I don't even think he's playing.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't think he's been playing. I don't think he's played for like 2 years.
Let's go look. I thought he stopped. Maybe. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, some older dude. Yeah. 5'11", 216, Minnesota Wild. Maybe I am thinking of the same guy. I went to see his face. Nope, that's not who I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Yeah, Cook was I think he actually started Minnesota too.
Okay,
if I remember right.
He played. Oh yeah, you're right. He played from 1998 to 2015.
Yeah. So he's been out for a bit.
Yeah, that's not who I was thinking of. Who is that guy I was thinking? I'll find
and he got in a fight with one of my favorite fights was Evander Kane versus Matt Cook. And Kane just like
they level him.
Oh yeah,
really? Just
caught him on the side of the dome and and dropped him. And it was, I mean, and he went down kind of stiff, you know, like he went down and his fists were still up. Like that's
like Stevens hit on Korea back in the day.
Yeah,
where Korea stopped breathing for a few seconds.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. Cook was breathing. Well, you could see he was breathing, but he definitely got his bell rung. Like he was, and he got upset because like. All they gave Kane was a 5-minute major, you know, and he was like, how come I get suspended for shit like that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or no, he wasn't mad about that one. He was mad about a different hit.
Okay.
But like somebody hit him and he was like, how come he doesn't get suspended? I get suspended for shit like that. And it's like, well, it's because you're Matt Cook and you're an asshole.
Exactly. And you're a repeat offender who does it all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot
like
of people.
You have that shit coming to you. If you are that kind of a prick, you have that shit coming to you. That's what people don't understand, especially like here in town in our adult league that should never be taken that seriously. There are people who are just constant assholes and they wonder why people pick on them. They wonder why like they are constantly the subject of penalties and things like that. And it's like, that's because you're an asshole for no reason. It's adult league. Chill out. Like, but that's how hockey is.
Yep.
If you're an asshole, that shit's going to come back to you.
Yep.
And if you don't understand why, then you're an idiot.
How many suspensions and major penalties did it take for Max James to finally stop doing what he did?
Jeez.
The first 3 years of his WHL career. And Jamesy, I love you, man. He was one of the funnest players to hang out with off the ice.
Yeah.
I would not want to square up against him on the ice.
No.
But how many times? And that was just his game. It really was. I think a lot of times you watch Jamesy after he hit, there wasn't a lot of intent there. The guy just got going and couldn't stop.
Yeah.
In time. And then it just that
he's
split
a freight
second.
train.
Exactly.
You know, there's only
6'4", 220 out there on the ice. And he wasn't afraid to hit. He wasn't afraid to take a hit. He wasn't afraid to give a hit.
Right.
But how many times did he get called for penalties just because he was number 20?
Exactly. No, there was a time when I was
this year even.
Yeah, there was a time when I saw him get called like a penalty for something, and it was a weak penalty.
Yep.
But the reason they called it on him was because of who he is, and that's just how because if you don't shorten that leash on him,
right,
the referee to the player,
right,
then he's just going to keep going.
100% guaranteed. Those referees before the game have their list of
they know who's out. They know who the troublemakers are.
Yep.
They know.
And unfortunately, a lot of that for James, he got shaded because he was a really good hockey player, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he got just that mean, another one that comes to mind for me was Chaz Rudicop from Victoria. Really good player, really talented player, but just an asshole on the ice. I was down the suicide box once. I think it was Teddy Bear Toss, not this season, but the season before.
Yeah, that was my first year.
Okay.
That was my first year.
And he got into a little scrum, I think, with Razzie. And I'm sitting in the box, and he skates right over in front of the Americans bench and just like slams his stick down in front of Razzie. He's like, "You want to go?" And Razzie's like, "What are you doing, dude? This is our bench. Get back over there." But once again, I saw him. I'm like, "Oh, this guy's an asshole." But when I really watched him, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Brad Marchand's the classic example right now. Good player.
It's hard to put the word classic.
Well, you know what I mean. Okay, so he's
I got you.
He's at the forefront of that right now. Amazing hockey player. But
he is skilled. He is very skilled.
Yeah.
But his antics ruin the experience for me.
Yeah. For a lot of people. Even Boston fans.
Don't lick other hockey players.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
All right. So we didn't really come up with a list of our own awards. I know we were going to talk about like worst playoff beard.
Yeah.
Maybe even best playoff beard.
I don't even know who else would be in the running against Patrick Laine.
Patrick Laine's was really bad.
It was. Ovechkin's didn't look that great either.
But at least it was full.
Yeah. It was full.
Holtby had a good one. It was full. The one that drove me crazy.
Holtby always has a good beard.
Oh yeah. Crosby always gets up there with me for worst playoff beard.
Yeah.
The one this year that surprised me as I watched the playoffs go on was TJ Oshie's. Wasn't really that impressive.
No.
It was very teenager-ish.
He tried.
Opinion. He did try.
Bless his heart.
He did. And then when he shaved, I'm like, okay, go ahead and put the beard back on. But did you see the picture? Gillette with Ovechkin side by side, had him with the beard and then without the beard. I'm like, oh my God, he looks like he's 12 again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he definitely took some years off his appearance there by shaving that beard.
Laine was by far worst beard in the NHL this year.
Yep.
By far.
Yep.
It was just wrong.
So it was funny too, because he shaved after the playoffs were done for him.
Right.
And I saw the picture on Instagram. And I was like, oh, good. Finally, he got rid of that.
Right.
And then I was like kind of going through the comments and someone had mentioned his mustache. And I was like, wait, he has a mustache still?
He had it the whole time?
Just so blonde. It's still there. Yeah, it's so blonde. You can't see it.
Wow.
So it was kind of funny.
Wow.
What other worst?
Yeah, what was some other worst stuff in the playoffs? Can we didn't say it, but congratulations to the Caps.
Yep, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, we haven't talked about that yet, have we?
We have, because that game 5 was happening last night when we recorded.
That's right.
So, congrats to the Caps. Congrats to the Golden Knights, both of them.
Absolutely.
I already hear people though picking on the Golden Knights.
Yeah,
like
I don't care.
On NHL Network's always like, yeah, I don't think they make it back to that level next year. There's just too much against them. I'm like, that's what everybody was saying this year. Give them more motivation.
That's what I loved about them was they started the season off. Everybody was like, they'll never win a single game. Right.
These guys are going to suck.
Even I was like looking at the roster and I was like, who the fuck are these guys? I don't know like half these guys. Yeah, more than half easily.
Yeah.
I had to learn a lot of them. I was like Marcia Salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I think I was saying like Marcia Salt because there's no H there. It's
Marcia Salt.
MARSSE, whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had to learn a lot of players because a lot of these guys I didn't really hear much about.
Right.
Something, of course, James Neal. I know James Neal, and I knew a little bit about Derek England, but not too much.
Fleury, of course.
Yeah. PK Subban. Not PK. Malcolm Subban.
Yeah.
There was just a few other guys I just didn't really recognize, but I'm glad it went the way it did because.
For those of you watching live, I made myself bleed, so that's why I'm picking my nose right now.
So yeah, it was interesting to see the transformation of these guys aren't going to win a single game to, oh my God, it's rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So Bettman set this one up. Yeah.
Bettman did this. You son of a bitch.
Yeah. It was it was awesome to watch. And I don't think the people that say, well, they're not going to have as much success next year. I mean, you never know from year to year, obviously. But
can't doubt this team. No, you can't.
If you're doing it just because it's Vegas and just because you think this was just a Cinderella run, you're missing the whole point. That team was very, very intentional in everything that they did from day one.
Yep.
So,
yeah. So I do not.
And they've got a lot of draft picks.
Yes, they do. They have a lot of cards up their sleeve.
They stockpiled quite a bit.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't count them out at all.
No, not at all. They're going to be strong for a while.
Yep. So, and one of our local boys might be up there next year, Dylan Coughlin.
That's true.
I don't think he'll make the big club, but I think he'll at least be in the organization.
He could be in Chicago.
Yep.
Chicago Wolves, the affiliate.
Yep.
Speaking of Vegas, Vegas and Ottawa are talking
for Carlson, correct?
Erik Karlsson.
That's been talks that have been going on for a little bit, right?
It was really close at the trade deadline.
Yep.
It sounds like, but I think during the offseason, something might shift. Something might happen.
You think it happens before the award ceremony?
No.
The award ceremony. I'm sorry, the draft. Draft is Friday.
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday.
I think so.
That would make the most sense.
If they're talking now, they've already had the talks from earlier this year.
Yep.
They're just kind of picking up where they left off.
And Ottawa's a train wreck right now.
Oh my God.
That team is a train wreck.
The drama that's circulating that team right now is unreal.
Yep.
So anybody that doesn't know, wasn't it Hoffman's wife?
Yes.
Was starting an internet feud with some of the other wives on the team.
And Carlson's wife was one of them.
Was the main target.
Supposedly Hoffman's wife said something like, I really hope, or I'm glad that she lost her baby or something.
Yeah, she said something to that effect.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's so, yeah. And of course, Matt Hoffman is no longer in Ottawa.
Yep. So
yeah, Hoffman was.
I don't think that was an accident.
I don't think it was. And Hoffman was a member of 3 NHL teams over the course of about 2 hours yesterday or Monday whenever.
Yeah, whenever that happened.
Went from he's in Florida now via
Ottawa
San Jose,
to San Jose to Florida. Yeah. So
yeah, sorry, Ottawa.
Yeah. That's Ottawa's a train wreck.
They are. I don't know what other big trade rumors are out there right now.
I heard a vague rumor about Price moving.
I heard that too, to Edmonton.
To Edmonton?
Yeah. Stand by.
You got more on it than I do.
Let me. I did hear that. Where did I hear that? Would be the question. Let's see. Carey Price trade rumor, and it was an insane package. So I don't think it's actually true, but the package was like 4 players and 3 draft picks for Carey Price.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Carey Price, Edmonton. Let's see if that pulls anything up here. It would kind of make sense in the fact it would get him closer to home. Edmonton is in dire need of a good goalie.
Yep.
I'm not seeing anything recent coming up on the Google internets here.
Edmonton would kind of make sense though, because it's kind of closer to home for him.
Yep. So I had just heard that yesterday. Don't remember who posted it.
Somebody in my Discord mentioned it, and that was the first time I'd heard it, and I didn't see anything on Complete Hockey News. So
it wouldn't surprise me because of the whole Galchenyuk Domi trade that Bergevin pulled off.
Yeah. So Cam Ward, I don't know why he hasn't retired yet, but
don't know.
He's supposed to be a free agent, could be moving.
UFA, unrestricted.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So they were trying to get Darling ready to fill Cam Ward's shoes. And he did a lot of that this season.
Sure. Cam Ward, man. I mean, Cam Ward was in his prime 10, 12 years ago when they won the cup.
Yeah.
He's way past it now.
When did they win the cup?
Wasn't that like 06, 05?
Yeah.
07 maybe?
07 was Anaheim.
So then it was 06, I believe, that Carolina won it. Because Carolina was one of those teams after the post-lockout era that really bought into the speed and all that.
Because lockout was 05, right?
Yep. 04, 05.
Because 04 was Tampa.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So.
But he was in his prime then. Yeah, I heard his name this year a couple times. I'm like, is that the same Cam Ward?
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
I'm surprised he's still in the mix.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see him fizzle out.
Yeah.
That was another one too, though. It's kind of cool to see Max Domi going up to Montreal for Galchenyuk, because Galchenyuk's been trade bait for a long time.
Yeah.
Never quite panned out the way they thought it would there for him. Somebody's going to surprise us. We got people saying hi over there.
Yeah. I'm just waving.
Somebody's going to surprise us with a couple blockbuster trades. It always happens.
We haven't seen in a long time a Gretzky level trade.
No.
I think we're due.
Was Gretzky draft day trade? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was in the summer sometime. I mean, it was before free agency that year. Mm-hmm. But you're right, we haven't.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That price trade would be a Gretzky level trade if that package was that big. I mean, I'm serious. It was like 4 or 5 players and like 2 or 3 draft picks for Carey Price.
Yeah,
is what the reported offer was.
Yep,
that would be Gretzky.
Do you
level.
think Montreal will implode if Carey moves? Because they hold him to like
you're talking about not the team but the city
people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the city's done.
Yeah, because they hold him to like God level.
Oh yeah, city's done.
Yeah,
and just think about if they pull off a trade that sends him to a U.S. team.
Oh shit!
I mean, the whole country of Canada holds Carey. I mean, what was he voted 2 or 3 years ago? Top athlete in all of Canada.
Yeah, if
he ends up in a U.S. team. Canada might show how many nuclear weapons they actually have if that were to happen. So yeah, that would be that level. I can't think of any other big names. I mean, Evander Kane's already settled into San Jose now. He was one that was up. Nothing coming out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Nothing coming out of Philadelphia.
The Sedins are done.
Yeah, Sedins are done. So I mean, Vancouver's rebuilding for like the 14th year in a row.
They need a front office renewal.
Yeah,
that's what they need.
They really do. Speaking of front offices, Dave Tippett is in Seattle now.
Yep.
He got hired on by the group that's trying to bring the team in there. So
that's interesting.
I don't know. I wasn't really familiar with him as a head coach, but from what I hear, he's got a lot of hockey knowledge and he's a really smart hockey guy.
Yeah. So
they've hired him on as a consultant right now, which to me, that shows we're just a little bit closer to that happening. We might hear something today or tomorrow from Gary Bettman's mouth. We might not. Last time he came out a few weeks ago and said, I'm not going to make any announcement until September. So, but Gary also says things like that a lot.
Yeah, he does. Gary Bettman does a lot he's a businessman.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's not going to show his hand.
Nope.
Until he's ready. But he's got a lot of cards that he says he doesn't have.
Yes.
Kind of thing. If we're going along with this analogy.
Yes.
So, I wouldn't be surprised if something comes out this week.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't either.
So
I wouldn't either. But what were you telling me before we start today? What have the Portland Winterhawks done recently?
Portland Winterhawks, according to Complete Hockey News, the Portland Winterhawks have registered the website domains for multiple variations of NHL to Portland, PDX, NHL. Apparently, they are sniffing.
So how would that rivalry be?
Oh, that'd be
Portland, Seattle,
bloody.
Vancouver.
Bloody.
That'd
be fun.
I mean, that would be Pittsburgh, Philadelphia level.
Yeah.
That would be Detroit, Colorado level.
Yeah. The I-5 rivalry kind of thing. Oh, I mean, bonkers.
Man, I hope it happens.
And I think Portland could hold it. I think Portland could manage a team.
I think they do too. I always give Portland a hard time because it's full of hipsters and all that stuff. But
it is Seattle on acid.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And flannel.
And I could never live. Yeah. Lots of flannel. I could never live in Portland.
No.
But I love the town. I think it's a really cool city to hang out in. But man, they've supported their Winterhawks really, really well over the last several years.
Yeah. The Rose Garden is where they play, right?
What is it? The Moda Center now. But they actually hop back and forth because if what's the NBA team?
Blazers.
If the Blazers are at the Moda Center, then they play in the Veterans Memorial something, which is like right next door.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Smaller, but
usually they draw a big crowd. Like,
yeah,
really big.
Oh yeah. When they play at the Moda Center, from what I understand, they'll sell all the tickets in the bottom bowl.
They'll pull 15,000 people sometimes.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, they support it there. And when you look at the crowd, you're like, oh, yeah, that's definitely Portland. You got people
that's more people than like the lower half of the NHL. Like, you got like Carolina only draws like 8,000 to 9,000.
They did better last year. I forget who I saw was the worst attended, but yeah, some of them. One year, New Jersey, the Islanders, their average was like 8,000 or 9,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. Well, you got teams in Calgary and Edmonton, WHL teams that will sell out.
Oh, yeah.
Rexall and Saddle Dome and all that stuff.
But we're not Canada.
No, we're not. We're not. But
that's the thing too. Is it's definitely they take their minor league hockey way more serious than we do.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely, they take hockey at every level way more seriously.
Yeah,
it's just the fact of the matter.
It's not even. It's beyond a tradition. It's a way of life.
Yep.
So,
what else is going on?
Oh, I got a little list. I got a list. Don't you worry. I have a list. What's going on with Lethbridge? What happened to those kids?
So and thoughts and prayers, whatever it is that you do for that kind of stuff. There are a couple players right now. Two current players and one alumni who had a pretty interesting weekend. So it was originally reported sometime over the weekend that Jordy Bellerive was the one player I can think of off the top of my head, and then another current player and then an alumni player were hurt at a stag party. That was exactly what was reported, that there was something that went wrong at a bachelor party and they were all burned. That was it. So the WHL and the family of Tyler Wong came out later, who was another Vegas guy.
Yep.
Came out a couple days later and said, look, there was no bachelor party. Tyler invited over a bunch of friends, players for the Lethbridge Hurricanes, current and former. About 10 of them were there. They were having a camp out at the Wong residence in their backyard the night before they were going to have a big golf day. Something happened with a campfire. And they went to light the campfire, and 3 guys got burned.
Oh, shit.
One of them is in a medically induced coma right now.
Oh, shit.
I don't remember he's a current player, though. I don't remember his name. I'm sure you can go onto Lethbridge or WHL or anything like that on Twitter, and it's on there. But Jordy Bellerive was one who was hurt, and then a former player. But it was, from what it sounds like boys being boys, pouring gasoline on a fire, go to light it, boom.
Why would they report it as like an accident at a stag party?
I don't know.
Like that.
But the parents, Tyler Wong's parents, came out and said, look, guys, we were there. Alcohol was not involved. Because if you guys know or don't know, Tyler Wong is a very religious guy. His family's very religious, so they don't allow that stuff there. Yeah. So, alcohol wasn't involved. It was not a stag party. It was just a bunch of guys hanging out. And both of Tyler Wong's parents saw it happen, were right there, and responded very quickly. So...
Interesting.
But yeah, if you want more information on that, all you need to do, go to WHL.ca. It's one of the top headlines on there right now. But we do hope a speedy recovery.
Yeah, absolutely.
For all of them. It sucks. So
yeah, it's shitty.
What else? What else we got?
We got Rasmussen Watch 2018.
Okay. So today, June 20th is the day of recording. We'll probably post 21st, 22nd. We're starting Michael Rasmussen Watch 2018. Here's the issue. Does Rasmussen go to Detroit, or does Rasmussen come back to Tri-City next year? All you people in Detroit are saying Rasmussen goes to Detroit. All of us in Tri-Cities are saying, I really hope Rasmussen comes back for one more year. What's going to happen?
I think it's tough to say, because you look at guys like Matthew Barzal, who will probably go home with a Rookie of the Year award tonight.
Yes.
He played an extra season in the WHL after I think he was
16th overall, I think.
Yeah.
His draft stock dropped a little bit on draft day because of the injuries.
Yeah, but he played an extra season in Seattle for the Thunderbirds. And he this was his first full season with the Islanders this year.
Yep.
He did amazing.
Yep.
And I don't know if that'd be the same case for Rasmussen. I know he really wants to play with Detroit.
Yes.
And personally, I think that Detroit will keep him.
Yeah.
It's my call on it, I guess, I suppose. Because Detroit is in a weird spot right now.
Yeah.
And I think they're kind of scrambling.
So a year ago, after preseason and after Blashill said the things about Rasmussen that he did in a very positive way, because a lot of knock on Michael after his 17-year-old year in the WHL was he needs to work on his skating. That was the biggest thing. And Blashill at the end of preseason was like, I don't know what you people are talking about. He takes 2 strides for everybody else's 3. He's great on his feet. Mm-hmm. We'll send him back. At that point, I felt like he was a lock to probably come up this year. The only thing that concerns me is that you're right. Detroit's in a weird spot they haven't been for a quarter century at this point. do you put that much on a 19-year-old kid at this point? Because obviously he either makes the team or he doesn't.
One distinct thing I've seen between him and other players who have been drafted in this league is this draft has not gone to his head. As far as I've seen,
Razzie's the same person this year as he was last year.
He's very professional. He's very modest, and I think a lot of that's going to really help him.
Yeah.
I don't mean to. I'm not going to call any players out. There's one in particular that was recently drafted within the past couple of years. I'm not going to say how far. His play disappointed me greatly since he was drafted.
I think we actually called him out by name in a past one. So, but anyway,
possibly.
Yeah, we'll leave. But bygones.
But that's. I mean, and I like the kid. I really like him a lot. I've talked to him multiple times.
Yep.
I think he's really nice, really friendly.
Absolutely.
But being sent back to the WHL he didn't like it.
Nope.
And I think this year his play style was very selfish, very
the moments
it was out of the sorts. It was not.
It wasn't what we saw last year.
Yeah.
And the moments that it wasn't selfish, it was incredible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he is a great player.
Absolutely. And he's going to continue on and have a great NHL career.
Yeah, I think so. And I hope so.
Yep.
I hope he turns it around. I hope he kind of, dials it back a little bit.
Yep.
I think he's smart enough to do that.
Yep.
And I think he will be a great player. But the way he played last season, I think that's an AHL spot.
I don't think he makes the big club this year, and that was what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think they say, okay, you've got some mental maturing to do. Spend a little time in EA.
I mean, and that's expected.
Absolutely.
I think that's expected.
The kid's only going to be 20 years old this year.
I'd probably be a little full of myself if I was drafted to the NHL too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And we're sitting here picking it apart, but it's absolutely true. Most of us, Rasmussen's an exception. Rasmussen has been groomed since day one.
Yeah.
When he first touched the ice, he was starting to be groomed at that point for the NHL. But anyway, that's,
So Michael Rasmussen watch 2018.
We'll continue. I'll give you my opinion. I think Razzie goes up and we see him back in Tri-Cities in November.
Okay.
That's fair. I think he gets his 9 games, a couple in the press box. I think it's a lot like Yamamoto last year.
Yeah.
And the only reason is just because I think Detroit's smart enough to look at the long term. Do we plug him in right now? Let's put him in that hole in the bottom of the boat right now.
I haven't seen him recently, but the beginning of last season to now, he's filled out a little bit. Like he's gotten a little bulkier.
Oh yeah.
I think once he's kind of filled out a little bit more, that'll really help him because he's a big guy, but he was like tall and lanky when he was first drafted.
Oh yeah. 6'5", less than 200.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
and here's the other thing too. I think and this is total speculation, but I think Detroit would like to see him, give him one more year as captain in Tri-City.
Yeah.
And hopefully give him a full year, no injuries. That's the one thing he still didn't get last year was a full season. So,
which is unfortunate.
So we'll continue this in 2 weeks again. Sure. Any rumors and stuff that we hear, we're going to just blast the hell out of them, whether they're true or not. It's going to be fun. So, what else we got? What's on the docket right now?
I got Trotz on here.
Barry Trotz.
We could touch on that really quick.
Yeah, let's touch real quick. Barry Trotz officially resigned. Did not say I'm retiring. He resigned from the Washington Capitals.
It was an unfavorable part of his contract.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like there was like an argument, like if you kind of, as far as I know anyway.
No, I don't think so.
No, it doesn't. That the mood doesn't seem like that. It just seems like he's one of the lower paid coaches in the NHL, and his contract didn't really allow him to. I mean, of course, you want to get paid.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, he's getting paid a lot to coach an NHL team.
Absolutely.
But he feels like.
RESPECT. Tell me what.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it. Yeah, I respect it.
I think it's great. I think he Washington can't complain. He came in there and he brought him a championship. First coach in 44 seasons to do it. So Trotz is a great guy. He's a big family man too. I know he's got a son with special needs and spends a lot of time with him. And so I think at this point in his career, whatever path you want to take, you make your own path at this point.
Yeah.
He's not a young coach trying to prove himself. He's already done that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm sorry, Seattle people that say Trotz to Seattle. I don't think he's around.
No.
I don't think he's on the market that long. I think Trotz will land somewhere next year.
Somebody is going to fire their coach because they know Trotz is available.
Oh, yeah.
Going to offer him a good contract.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think, honestly, he'll go to a team who's hurting right now, and they're going to try to reshape him.
He came into Washington when they were kind of trying to find their culture there. They had the players in place, but they just couldn't get it done. So, good luck, Barry Trotz. Wherever you end up.
Absolutely.
I kind of expect maybe in 2 weeks we'll hear where he's going to be
somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'd say, shit. Who knows? What teams do you think would be looking for him?
Man, I don't know.
Ottawa. That place, Ottawa needs a lot more than a new coach. And
Barry Puck retweeted the other day a burning truck flying through the woods, and that just sums up Ottawa right now. Ottawa needs an enema. Is what Ottawa needs.
Dumpster fire with a piano falling out of the sky onto the top of it.
Yes,
to fuel it.
Yeah, I mean, the Hoffman-Carlson thing is just part of what's going on. I read somewhere that they cover with a big tarp like 2,000 seats in the CN Tire whatever center for every game. There's like 2,000 seats they don't even allow them to use because they don't ever fill it up ananymore. So they cover those up with some big tarp.
And you hate to see that. You hate to see big teams that were just
capital. What the fuck? That's all I have to say.
Isn't their arena like kind of out in the sticks though?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, I know Carolina's is. Carolina's not in any.
I've been to Carolina's rink. When you smell pig shit, you're in the right area.
Yep. You have
found Carolina's fucking arena.
What? And it's not even like the interstate. It's off of some state road that connects like Raleigh to Cary or something like that.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the thing. It's not even in Raleigh. It's in Cary, North Carolina. You're driving along. You look over and just above the tree line, you see the roof of this place. And that's about it. There's really nothing else out there.
When you're trying to find where this is at, you will be lost. And if you are lost and you smell pig shit, you're going the right way.
You're in the right direction.
Because it's right next to pig farms. Yeah. Guess what Carolina Hurricanes mascot is? It's not a guy dressed as a giant hurricane. No. It's a fucking pig.
Yep. Which, if you know Carolina, you get that. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Ottawa, who else is looking for a coach? And I don't think there's any actual vacancy. The Islanders are looking for a coach.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Lamoriello came out in there and took out Doug White and Garth Snow. Great players, didn't really pan out at that level.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I hate seeing some players kind of transfer into big positions in the front office. Like it's okay. Like you got Ole Kolzig, player development in Washington. He's doing great with it.
Steve Yzerman, GM of Tampa, has done a really good job.
Yeah, he's the exception. To what I'm arguing here. Yeah, Wayne Gretzky coaching. No. And luckily that experiment didn't last. The great one was not the great coach. Right. It was awful. Right. And then you've got what's his bucket? Trevor Linden up in Vancouver.
Did not work.
No, well, he's still in there.
I know.
He's still in there.
It did not work, and it's still not working.
He is mopping with the same dirty mop water that they've had since fucking 2000. When was it? 11.
Yep. And a great guy, great player.
Yeah. Oh,
great Vancouver. And he's everything.
He's a really nice guy, but that you can't have really nice guys in the front office like that.
No, you can't.
He's not gonna.
Yeah, Yzerman has been the exception, and he just doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Yzerman's done wonderful for Tampa.
Yes, he has.
It's great. I obviously he wanted to do it for Detroit, but shit, Ken Holland's been there since. Yeah. Bread was a thing being sliced, I guess. He's fucking goddamn.
And Lamoriello is going to come in there, and I'm not a big Lou Lamoriello fan, but he's going to come in there and he's going to put his stamp on the Islanders, and there's going to be some big changes.
I think the Islanders have a bright future.
Maybe see Trotz end up over there because they're another team that's got a lot of talent, but they couldn't pull it together this year.
Here's another thing. Where do you think John Tavares is going to go?
Oh God, I honestly think at the end of the day he's going to end up back in New York. I really do. I really do.
I think
that could be your blockbuster trade on Friday.
I think he moves.
I don't know. So what have I heard? The Toronto's really wants him. The Rangers really want him. There was two other teams.
I think either Tampa or Florida. I can't remember which one. I think it was a Florida team that wanted him.
Yeah, I think he's unrestricted, right? Yeah. As of July 1st.
Yeah.
Do we make it to July 1st or do they trade him before that? So they at least get something back. before he's gone.
There's going to be a lot happening before Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we'll see Tavares move by Friday. I think Carlson will move by Friday.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
Because Vegas is playing a card game, so obviously at this point we can look at Vegas and feel very threatened by what they're going to be doing. Like other teams should feel worried about the moves they're going to make because they did literally every step of the way right.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're going to continue on. And everybody that's a naysayer, they're going to continue to give you the middle finger and just keep on rolling. Mm-hmm. And I love that. I love that attitude.
And I don't mean to say that because, I grew up in Nevada and I'm a Vegas fan now, but don't get me wrong, I didn't ditch my wings. I still love my wings. But, but you look at that team and it's hard to, people feel threatened. They go on Facebook and they're like, rigged,
right.
People are threatened by Vegas. And they should be, because that was year one.
Yeah. This is just getting started.
Yeah.
30 years down the road, it's going to be interesting. So, can't really think of anything else big news right now.
I don't know why this crossed my mind. We've never really talked about like mascots. And I was thinking about like how I just mentioned Carolina's pig mascot.
Yeah.
And we talk about like good-looking jerseys, good-looking logos and things like that. Do you have a favorite NHL mascot?
So that's a hard one. I could tell you who's not my favorite, and that's the Penguins mascot. No, but
what is his name?
So I'm thinking, I know the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins mascot.
I liked that guy because
he worked hard.
He did. So if anybody,
and I told you where he ended up, right?
Calgary.
He's in Calgary or Edmonton. He's one or the other.
So if you haven't ever watched it, I don't know if it's still on Hulu, but it's
still available.
It was a show called Behind the Mask, and it kind of went into the behind the scenes on sports mascots.
Yep.
And it went like from high school to like the big time.
Yep.
There was the one about the high school kid. I think he had like some form of autism.
Yeah.
And
some small high school in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And when he, put the suit on, he was just a totally different person. He was confident, comfortable. And I thought that was a really cool story.
Yep.
Then you've got the guy from Milwaukee for
the Bucks.
Yeah. That guy was awesome.
Yeah, he was.
Just full of energy. He was really fun to watch. But there's the guy from Wilkes-Barre Scranton, who was, oh my God, what was that Penguin's name? Because it was kind of the same.
Squeaker, or was it? No, because he had the little squeaker thing. I don't remember what his name was. I don't.
Anyway, his story was fantastic.
Yeah.
And he was such a hard worker. He did all kinds of, like he went the extra mile and then some in a lot of these cases when he was the mascot for this team.
Yep.
And in both seasons that he was in, we see him get turned down for all these different jobs, and it was just you feel for the guy. Like you really get that emotional kind of attachment to this guy because he's a single dad and he's trying to, he's a really good dad to his son.
Kid still lived in Canada while he was there with his girlfriend.
And he was trying to make it big, and that's what he wanted to do for his kid was make it big. Tux, that's right.
Sorry, I had to throw that. Yeah.
And his story was fun to watch. So the show's called Behind the Mask.
Yep.
Check it out if you can.
Spoiler, he does make it to the NHL, but not in the show.
Not during the show. Correct.
Yep. In fact, he had a interview in second season in Tampa, if I remember right.
I think it was, you could be right.
Somewhere like that. Tampa and then the Pirates, I believe.
Yeah, I know he had a thing with the Pirates.
Pirates. Yep.
I know he had a thing with the Pirates and they turned him down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think mascots really do kind of add like a fun element to the game, as they do for any kind of stadium sport.
I think a lot of teams underutilize their mascots though.
Yeah.
Because I think especially in hockey, if you think about a baseball game, mascots walking around the whole time, mascots interacting the whole time.
The Phillies one though.
Oh, the Philly Fanatic is incredible.
Awesome.
And what was the story on who was the mascot that got to go hang out with the Philly Fanatic on that Behind the Mask?
You're right. That was the high school kid, wasn't it?
But wasn't it the second year or was it the first? Damn.
I'm going to have to watch that show now.
I am because the Philly Fanatic found one of the kids, one of the not major league guys and brought him up to hang out with him for a day. It might've been that kid.
Yeah, I think it was. And then, because that was his favorite mascot.
Okay. I remember now. First season, you had the guy that was at the high school.
Yeah.
That had some
He
social
was
issues.
like a tree.
Yeah, he was the tree. Second season, you had the kid that had a little bit of autism or whatever, but was a professional. He was trying to be a professional mascot guy.
Yeah.
And he was the one. He was like in his 20s or 30s, lived on his own. Mom was way overbearing.
Yeah.
But
I remember.
then the Fanatic brought him over because that was his favorite guy. Let him hang out with him. So he was starting his own business.
He got to put the suit on and everything. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, Philly Fanatic does really well. Hockey, though, is a hard one because, you think about it, stoppages are pretty short.
Yep.
And that's really the only time the mascot, unless if you're on the concourse, obviously. I mean, wingers walking around the concourse and stuff like that.
They need to put skates on winger.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Big time.
Yeah. And I feel like a few years ago they had skates on winger.
Yeah, but I think
they need to make it a requirement. You have to skate.
Yeah.
So, and we need a four-wheeler. I'm sorry, Everett, when their air comes jumping out from the ZAM entrance out onto the ice, gets the crowd fired up. We need more like that.
Yeah.
But it's hard. A lot of teams underutilize their mascots. I think get them in the eye more in the public eye. I just saw the Americans did a event yesterday, the day before.
I just saw that.
Winger was reading or something with people, and I thought that was good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And I think it's hard at that level too because I believe Winger's a volunteer, if I remember right. Maybe a paid employee. I don't know. But a lot of
so
we met Winger.
Yeah, we met. So the funny thing about the guy that played Winger last season, we had our end of the season dinner over at Chemo's
for the game day staff. And
there was this one guy that was sitting at our table. Nobody had any fucking clue who he was.
No idea.
And
he straight up said, "I know nothing about hockey." The guy said, "Are you
serious?"
Yeah, he's like, I don't know much about hockey at all." And we're like, "Well, who invited? If Robin, is that your date?"
Yeah, no, I didn't know who he was. I thought he was like in the office or something. Like maybe he's a marketing guy or something.
Super nice guy. Don't even remember his name. Sorry if you're listening. I'm sorry.
No, but it was a funny story. I thought it was because we're just like, who the fuck was that guy after he left? And they were like, that was Winger, and we're like, oh,
now it makes a lot more sense. So yeah. But I mean, a lot of teams they're some of them they volunteer. Obviously, when you get up to the big leagues, they're paying you for it.
Yeah.
But I just think a lot of teams, and even at the major level in every sport, they underutilize their mascot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Philly Fanatic is his own person.
Yeah.
Whether that mascot was anywhere else, the Philly Fanatic, who it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think Everett does a good job in the WHL with their mascot. I'm trying to think. Does Spokane even have a mascot that hangs out during the games? Yeah, they do. It's a bear.
Yeah,
it's a bear as well.
A bear also.
When I was up there, they didn't use them a whole lot.
Yeah,
I think he rode the four-wheeler. I'm pleading with you now, Audrey. Get a four-wheeler. We need a four-wheeler out there. It just brings some excitement.
It does.
In Wilkes-Barre, the guy drove the golf cart around, or like the Gator, four-wheeler /
Well, and even my manager Frankie, he said that back in the day, Winger used to get on the Zamboni during intermission and would fire shirts out of the shirt cannon.
Why aren't we doing that? I don't know. Maybe it's just who we've got, and that's not a knock on that person. But if they don't know hockey a lot and they're not skating and stuff like that,
I think skating is essential for a mascot.
I really believe
you should be tearing onto that ice, like full speed, skating circles around instead of like very carefully trying to like not fall as you walk to center ice, waving a flag. I've seen him fall just from waving it.
Oh yeah,
and
I know
Winger needs skates.
Winger does need skates.
Hashtag
get Winger on skates. I like it.
Winger must skate.
Let's talk a little bit more about that too. I want to go through and think about that. I can definitely tell you that if you guys watch Behind the Mask, my favorite character other than Tux, because you were rooting for him, was that chick in the second season, the girl who she was like a lion or a tiger or something, and she was the high school one in that one.
Yeah.
And she was a little bit bigger of a girl. But she had so much energy.
Yeah, she was very passionate about it, and it was really, really fun to see. I cannot remember
some high school somewhere. I think
I only did like one playthrough on it, and I was honestly more interested in the Tux and the Milwaukee guy.
The Milwaukee guy was great because he ended up. Didn't he tear his ACL?
Yeah,
at the end of
he retired. I think he retired after that one.
He came back for one more season, from what I read. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, he was, and that's what I like. We like seeing the mascot with little energy. We like they have to be there for the crowd.
Well, and from what I understand, not a big basketball fan and all that, but from what I understand, in Milwaukee, his halftime show is the highlight of the game.
Yeah, it is. It's
acrobatic,
explosive.
Just crazy stuff out there. Not just him, but his whole team that works with him too. So.
Yeah, and they work really close with like the cheerleaders and stuff as well. So
Vanilla Ice was on that one. The Ice came in and did a show in the middle. Yeah. They had him do the trampoline dunk with them.
Yeah,
when he came out, which I thought was
so cool.
So
yeah, but yeah, I don't know if I have like a favorite mascot. Because I grew up a Red Wings fan, and they have the octopus during the playoffs, and nobody's dressing up in an octopus suit, like waving tentacles around. Or
don't they just drop them out of the ceiling, or they used to, or whatever?
Yeah, it's just like a prop, and they drop it out of the ceiling, and it just hangs there for the whole playoffs.
Golden Knights is kind of rad.
I love Chance.
Yeah,
I think Chance is awesome. Like, I saw it the first time too, and I was like, "The fuck is that? What the fuck is a Gila monster?"
Right.
But no, I think that mascot's getting out in the community, and he's doing a lot, and he's very recognizable now. I think that's great. I've always liked how Anaheim's. I think his name is Winger also.
Yeah.
I've always loved how he looked. Yeah. He has the old fashioned Mighty Duck head. Yep. It's so cool looking. I think it's badass.
Yeah.
That's another thing I want to talk about, but I'll get to that in a second. And, I got a picture with the orca in Vancouver. I forget his name.
Okay. Yeah.
I forget his Finn.
Yeah.
That's his name. Yeah. And that one, he looks all right. He's a little terrifying, but, it's a killer whale. So let me see. Is there any others I've seen? I've seen the lightning bug in Tampa.
Okay.
I've seen that one.
Norfolk Admirals. I forget what his name actually was, but he walked around like this cartoonish admiral. He had this big ass hips.
Like a little Captain Crunch.
He would move like that. And he had the old looking face and all that stuff. I forget what his name was. He was fun.
Yeah.
He got in the crowd a lot.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, I've been to a couple Flyers games, and I can't for the life of me remember a mascot walking around.
Yeah, I don't think they have one. There's a lot of teams that don't have one.
Yep.
I think Dallas didn't for a while. They have one now, don't they?
I think so.
Oh, who's that one? Oh, Edmonton. That terrifying fucking thing. That cat.
I don't remember.
Edmonton's got like.
Oh yeah,
this wild.
It's like a bobcat, right, or something like that.
It's fucking terrifying.
I feel like that's where that's the guy that was Tux. I feel like that's where he's at now.
We gotta look into this.
My wife, she had looked it up when we were watching the show. It's either Calgary or Edmonton, because I feel like his kid's in Calgary.
Calgary's is weird. It's that hound dog that's got the long ass tongue.
Oh yeah, yeah. How does
don't touch me?
Correlate. Yeah.
Don't hug me.
Don't flap your ears and tongue.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't flap shit at me. Edmonton's is fucking terrifying. I forget his name.
He's that bobcat who rides. I think he rides on the 4-wheeler before the games.
Yeah, and then let's see who else has a good one.
Let's see if I can Google this here. Oh. Google actually just said there is no result for what you just searched for. Who is the Edmonton?
Let's see. While you're looking that up, what's another one? I'm sad because what is Colorado's?
I don't know.
Is it that hound dog? It's like that Saint Bernard or something.
Could be.
What they had before was like a Bigfoot, which I thought was much better. Blues have Carlton, which is like a polar bear.
Here's a Sports Illustrated SI headline from 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
The Oilers' new mascot is supposed to be huggable, but it is absolutely not.
Yeah, can I show this?
Yeah, put that up on the live stream.
Look at this terrifying fucking forest cat. Like, his eyes and his teeth.
His name's Hunter, by the way.
Hunter, that's right.
Yeah. Hunter, or the lynx name. He's a lynx, officially. I said bobcat. He's a lynx named Hunter. One of the main criteria was that he was supposed to be huggable.
No.
He's got enormous teeth and a mouth that is clearly hungry for blood. I mean, that's what SI wrote about it. So he's not nearly as creepy as the St. Louis Billiken. Let's click on that real quick.
I thought it was a polar bear.
St. Louis University.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I would call. Oh,
I think San Jose's SJ Sharkey looks weird as shit.
So that's the new St. Louis University. That's not a great picture.
The fuck is that?
He's
It looks like one of those fish that look really terrifying from the side.
Yeah.
But when you look at them from the front, they look goofy as hell.
It's a mythical good luck figure who represents things as they ought to be. That's according to the school. This is their old mascot, a gnome-looking creature.
That's like an imp or something. Weird.
The school decided it needed to be. They just called it a goofy gnome-like creature. Anyway, here's the last thing I think we could talk about, if we could touch on this really quick. A few days ago, the Anaheim Ducks teased a picture of the Mighty Ducks logo. Like the old one?
On a black background.
The old one?
Yes.
So they're going retro. Possibly.
I think that's the third jersey. So there's a lot of third jersey talk going on right now. Carolina teased their third jersey. I think Anaheim will have a black and orange, or black and green, black, green, purple. I don't know.
Ducks of Anaheim.
They're going to go with the Mighty Ducks third jersey, and I am excited.
I can't be upset about that one. That is when we use the word classic, that is a classic.
Yeah, that is.
It's like only 25 years ago.
Purple, green. Yeah. That is my shit.
The first jersey I ever bought my kid when he was like 4 or 5 was a Mighty Ducks jersey, and it was actually not the original. It was when they kind of updated it a little bit to look more sleek and stuff.
Yeah.
They still had that logo.
So I think we're going to see some third jerseys this year, and
I like it.
I, as a Red Wings fan growing up, it pains me that we've never really had a third jersey.
Just different color scheme.
Yeah, or the Winter Classic ones. And the Winter Classic ones have always looked pretty good. Yeah. I like the one that they hosted. It was red and it had like the cream colored Detroit over the winged wheel from the 1930s. I loved it. And I was like, well, that could be a third jersey. Yeah. Maybe. Or the Detroit D. I don't know. I'd like to see a third jersey for Detroit, but they keep things pretty classic, pretty sleek.
Flyers are the same way. I mean, their third jersey, their alternate was like a black.
Yeah, it was like
black with the white.
You had the orange
on it.
and then you had the black. Yeah. So, which is fine. I mean, sure. The simplicity.
Boston's another one that doesn't do a whole lot. Well, they did do with the actual Bruin bear on there.
That was a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
I would love to see a Vegas third jersey.
What do you do with it though?
So I have two thoughts.
Oh, here we go.
The secondary logo they have, the star. Yeah. Have that on either a red, like a red body. Yeah. With like the black top and maybe some gold trim. Sure. Or gold with black. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of things that can be done with that.
They could do it.
I'd like to see a lot more retro style third jerseys. Like
even Vancouver, they're older.
I was literally just thinking about that. Yeah. I was literally because I almost wore. I have the flying skate shirt of Ryan Miller. Yeah. And I almost wore that today. I came this close. But
I love those jerseys. I love the old Metropolitans. Yeah, I would never be caught dead wearing it because I do not look good in horizontal stripes. But but I love. I'm like you. Anytime it's retro, I love when the Winter Classic teams actually they're like, we're just going to use our old 1920s 30s logo. Mm-hmm. Not every team that plays in the Classic has that. But. Yeah. But it's always fun to see. It's always fun to watch. Like hell, maybe we could see like the Avalanche do a kind of Nordique style. That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
Who was it this year? The Toronto, maybe this season or last, but they won the Toronto St. Pat's jersey.
Yeah, that was Toronto.
Yep. I don't remember it was this season. I think it was on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. They wore those green ones, and not just for warm-ups. They wore them the whole game.
Yep. I thought that was really cool.
Who else?
Yeah, I'd like to see
Montreal's another one that doesn't really have a.
Yeah, you're right. Toronto really doesn't either, aside from that one that we just mentioned.
But. They've got some alterations in their maple leaf, but that's about it.
Yeah, I like the direction they went with the current logo too. Yeah. I really do. Like
Panthers, not so much.
Panthers need to fucking stop with their jerseys.
Oh my god,
they've never had a good one.
They updated their logo 2 or 3 seasons ago.
I like how their shit looks now. I think it looks fantastic. It looks nice and clean.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm happy they stepped away from that Panther.
It was definitely better than that. It was just cartoony. But I don't know. It almost made me feel like they should be a soccer team, to be honest with you.
It does kind of look like a non-hockey traditional logo.
Yeah.
But I like how the jerseys look now. I think they look pretty good. I'd like to see Tampa go back to
just bolts.
Yeah.
That was
not the bolts one. I did like bolt. That. I like the old logo a little bit, you know.
Trying to think who else.
Maybe Dallas could do like a North Stars kind of thing.
Yeah. They did do North Stars for something because there was one of the kids, a guy on the team now whose dad played for the North Stars. Mm-hmm. And I forget what the story was, but this year he wore his dad's jersey in warm-ups or something like that. It was a celebration of whatever it was. I forget who that kid was, but
I don't remember. I'm just going off the rails now. I'm just kind of like I love a good-looking jersey. I love third jerseys. I love alternate stuff. Like it's fun to change up the look once in a while. Like the Americans, they have that.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, I know.
The red one, that was my favorite.
No, I didn't like.
Oh, you're thinking of.
I like the Heritage one.
Heritage logo, the circle.
I love the Heritage
That's
logo.
a good one.
That's by far one of my favorites because it's like the cream color body. It's got the circle logo with the eagle and then the stars on the shoulders. I think that's such a slick looking jersey.
I did like the red one, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've got one and I know a lot of people enjoyed it. I liked because it was an actual sweater.
Yeah.
You had the drawstrings on it, just like the old sweaters and stuff like that.
What I wanted to start doing, I haven't done it yet, but I wanted to start wearing a different jersey to every podcast we record.
We should do that. I've only got like 4 or 5 right now, but
I've got 45.
Hey, I did get a new puck in my collection for Father's Day. I have to give a shout out to my son, Tyler. He bought me the puck from the 2010 Winter Classic between Philly and Boston. Oh, it's awesome. I'll take a picture and post it, but it was great. It was great.
That'd be cool.
So kids did really, Father's Day was good. I think we should probably go ahead and wrap this up here pretty soon.
My live stream is going hour 15 now.
Oh, wow. So we did start a little early, so we're probably about an hour for the recording here. Real quick, before we go, I do want to talk quick business. Got to give a shout out to Southpaw, All Beard, No Teeth, which I think is one of the coolest names for a hockey organization. And then the Biscuit Podcast. These are some guys that I've connected with over the last couple of weeks, couple months, and we're going to have some cool, exciting stuff coming in a collaboration with them here soon. All Beard, No Teeth is actually, he's based in Ireland.
Yep.
And he's all about the NHL and the Belfast Giants, which I think is so cool.
That's so awesome.
You'll be hearing more about that. We're working on some new designs here soon that I'm actually really excited about. Probably July and August, we'll be releasing a lot of new stuff for the fall with Buried Puck Threads, which I'm really excited about that. You'll hear more about that. And then once again, just interact with us. I know our boy, what was his name? Brad. I got another email from Brad saying that he likes us better than the Hockey News podcast.
Hell yeah.
Which, shout out, Brad. Thanks for that. I think that's about it. But check us out. Instagram, Buried Puck Threads. Facebook, Buried Puck Threads. Twitter is just Buried Puck. And then hello at buriedpuckthreads.com if you want to email us. Buriedpuck.com is the website. And that's about it.
And I just pushed out the link on my Twitch chat.
Sweet.
So,
and we'll be doing more of this too. This is fun, man.
Yeah, I thought this was cool because I could kind of see what everyone was doing. I had a couple guys come in and say, like Go Blues or something. So
there you go.
People posting up my Zamboni emote there. So
I like it.
Yeah. So if anybody that's listening doesn't know, we are live streaming this on my Twitch right now. Just kind of to play around, see how it goes.
We're all experimental right now.
Yeah. It's early. I think it's kind of fun. I'm kind of watching the chat a little bit, and I can't interact a whole lot right now, but I see some good friends in here. So
cool.
Glad you all stopped
about us.
Glad you all stopped by. We'll probably have this episode ready
probably tomorrow at the latest. Yeah. Give us a little bit of time. Maybe later today. We'll see. But yeah, we're here real soon, and then we'll be back 4th of July. Okay. That week we'll be doing some more stuff. So
hopefully we have our
yeah, poor Corey. Corey's been going through a lot lately, so he's not sleeping, all that stuff. I don't want to get too much into his personal life, but so he'll be back. He'll bounce back.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
All right. Well, once again, a big shout out to Adventures Underground for letting us use their studios. This has been Cascadia Hockey Podcast, episode number 5.
To be fair,
we are out of here. Peace out.